Today, Maryland Governor Wes Moore talked about the state's economic outlook, his priorities, and his vision moving forward.
A lot to tackle. He spoke at the Greater Washington Board of Trade's State of the Economy, and our John Duran was there. And John, the state once again has a budget problem on its hands.
Yeah, Maryland's currently facing a projected $1.4 billion deficit in fiscal year 2027. This isn't something the governor talked about tonight, though. Instead, shared ways on how he wants to bring revenue to the state.
You have to take big bets. And if you're not going to take big bets, then frankly, get out of the seat and let someone else sit in it.
At the MGM National Harbor, Governor Wes Moore went all in on ideas for economic growth and diversification and says he wants to move fast.
I think that if we can accomplish those things, then there's nothing that stands in the way for Maryland's long-term, not just prospects, but Maryland's long-term domination.
Moore is speaking after state leaders learned they'll face a $1.4 billion budget shortfall in fiscal year 2027. The state is expected to spend more money than it's bringing in over the next 2 years. Maryland puts some of the blame on federal cuts.
Maryland's economy oftentimes is built on kind of three basic areas, right? It's the eds, the feds, and the meds. That's kind of what's made Maryland's economy do what Maryland's economy does. The challenge is when you have one of those stools that is not just altered, in many ways it's been severed, how then do you come up with new ways to focus on economic growth?
Moore says they'll defend Maryland's legacy industries and come up with new ways to bring revenue to the state.
We've just got to start making bets. And that's what I think our state, that's the reason why when we're talking about things like quantum and cyber and AI and life sciences and aerospace and defense, we're just very clear about where we want the, where as the puck is moving, that we want the puck to be moving towards Maryland.
And revenue in the state of Maryland is not keeping up pretty much across the board, and it's projected the federal One Big Beautiful Bill Act will reduce Maryland's general fund by nearly $118 million in fiscal year 2026 and over $71 million in fiscal year 2027. Send it back to you in studio.
Yeah, so this is not going to get any easier as the time goes on. John Duran, thank you.